Hello ladies and gentlemen, Xentoro here and welcome back to another video, and I hope all of you are doing well because I am as always. And in this video we're going to be comparing the Boeing 777-300ER version, so that's this little plane we got here, and we're going to be comparing it to the A380 in infinite flight. I believe it's the A380-800. Now these two aircraft are one of the world's most iconic and well-known aircraft, especially by you aviation enthusiasts. And I think the 777 is a phenomenal aircraft. Now we're going to be comparing it relative to what it's like in infinite flight, and also to what it's like in real life. So we're going to compare a few of the fuel efficiencies and a few cool stuff like that, and really what aircraft is the best for you to use in infinite flight, and just what aircraft is better in general. Now personally, I've always been a little bit of a Boeing fan, but quite recently Airbus have grown on me, especially with the A320 family and the A220. So it's getting tight here, but the 777 is obviously a phenomenal aircraft. Now, with regards to infinite flight, we're going to discuss about the liveries you can use and all of these other cool fun facts. So I think one of the more important things that I think is important to airlines when they're deciding what aircraft do we want is what's the range, what's the fuel efficiency, and more importantly as well, how many people can we shove into this airport. Like, look at the seats on some of these. It's like, how close can we put people together? I mean, the seats in infinite flight, they're relatively close, but you know, some airlines really do like to push this. Now, the Boeing 777-300ER has a range of about 7,370 nautical miles, which is pretty incredible. So it's pretty good. So about 7,800 nautical miles. Now, the A380-800 though has an incredible range of 8,100 nautical miles, so they're pretty close. It's only about 400 kilometers in them, so I mean, give or take, really they have approximately the same range. You can see here we're going the Korean Air livery. You can see the aircraft pretty much have the same range, which is very good and important. Now, when we also discuss about their cruise speeds, the A380 cruises at Mach 0.95, or the 777 is at Mach 0.84. Now, literally, they have effectively very similar cruise speeds. Mach 0.01 is the only difference in between their cruise speeds. And you know, to be honest, the 777 is doing a good job at keeping up with such a gigantic aircraft like the A380. Look at that here. Mammoth aircraft being uploaded. All three jetways are all in use for it. And the pier wingspan, you can see already how much bigger those wings are compared to the 777 we just looked at. With a wingspan of 79.8 meters, which is massive. It literally fully fills up the gate here, you can see here at London Heathrow. And the 777 only has a wingspan of approximately 64.8 meters. I say approximately, that's the number I'm reading from the screen. And the wing area on the A380 is double that of a 777. So you can really tell how much wider the wings are anyway per wing. So I suppose that's so you can generate lift on an aircraft that is much heavier than the 777, because the maximum takeoff rate of this aircraft is 548,000 kilograms, which is 548 tons, which is a lot. The 777 is only about 350,000 kilograms, so you know, pretty much just maybe under half, just over half of that, the A380. So you can really tell how much more mammoth of an aircraft it is. Now, you can see here in infinite flight, we're going to try and land the A380. We'll try the 777 in just a second. The A380 has always been quite a fun and nice aircraft to land. They've never been awfully hard to land. I mean, we're not going to be very smooth. Oh, that was actually smoother than I thought. Okay, I mean, the A380 set a really good expectation there. We've managed to keep the nose up for a bit longer than I wanted to. That was a really good landing, actually. Are we going to be able to top that in the 777? We're going to try and find out. We'll just use British Airways. There we go. Considering we're at London Heathrow, it seemed quite fitting. Now, an interesting fact I learned is that the 777 has more thrust per engine, but when you think about it, it's quite logical. The engines on the 777-300ER are much larger than the ones on that A380, even though the A380 ones are big. But those 777 engines do generate one lot of thrust, 513 kilonewtons per engine. The A380 only has 434 kilonewtons per engine. You see here on the 777, look how much, look at the size of those engines. They really are quite big. So we're going to go short final here, and hopefully, fingers crossed for Boeing fans, it's going to be a lot easier to land. I mean, you can definitely tell the aircraft's light. I've got the aircraft actually very light from a video I recorded earlier, So this isn't awfully realistic, but it wasn't too bad to land. You can see there we managed to keep the nose in the air for a little while, and it's a very good looking aircraft. Now I think in terms of what aircraft looks the best in infinite flight, we're going to take us to the aircraft that's stationary. The aircraft is much better. It's got a fully interior cabin, so it already looks way better than that A380 here on infinite flight. Now the actual length of this aircraft as well is longer than an A380, only spanning 73.90 meters. About 10 meters longer than the wingspan here. It doesn't really quite look it, but it's alright. Whereas the A380 is 73 meters. So literally there's just under a meter between the lengths of these two aircraft. They are effectively the same length, but obviously the A380 has a whole extra deck, so kudos for that. Now, an interesting fact I found when I was looking earlier, as of October 2022, so this is over a year ago, or just under a year ago, sorry, Emirates were the largest A380 operator and largest 777 operator global, so customer wise they were ordering the most, with Singapore Airlines being the second largest A380 and fourth largest 777, and Qatar being the seventh largest A380 and second largest 777. Whereas you've got a few American airlines, you've got American Airlines, United Airlines being big 777 customers, but none of them have the A380, as the A380 never really hit off with any American airlines that we're aware of. All Nippon Airways, or ANA as well, are big A380 operators now. They've got a few of them, but they're also a big 777 operator, which is really cool. And then obviously you've got British Airways being big operators of the A380 and of course the 777. Now, like I said, Emirates, a very well-known airline, probably one of the world's most iconic airlines. I think most aviation enthusiasts know of this airline, especially the amazing stuff they've done with connecting Dubai to the whole world. It's like a really useful stop-off point, and it's brilliant with what they've done there. Now you can see here in the interior of the A380, the cockpit is awful, but the aircraft right now as we speak is being reworked, which is brilliant news for us all to be getting. The update might even already be out by the time I manage to get around to releasing this video. So hopefully it does, fingers crossed, but you know, this is what the hideous cockpit looks like prior to the update. I mean, it barely works, you can't even see the thrust thingy working, and obviously there's no interior cabin. Now, if you're wondering what aircraft should I use when flying an infinite flight, well, here is your answer. Obviously, you can see here with the A380s, there's not that many options. But with the 777-300, there is a load more livery options. Personally, I would recommend the Boeing 777-300ER, especially prior to the A380 update, because since that 2020 October update with the 777, it's been untouchable, this aircraft. It's been an amazing aircraft. It's one of the best aircrafts infinite flight have. You can see here with the Air India one looking brilliant. We've got Cathay Pacific. I love the Cathay Pacific 777. So again, I'll recommend all of these. So if you are, you know, thinking what aircraft do I use, I would recommend the 777. It's been iconic. It's one of the best aircraft in infinite flight. So if you did make it this far, please feel free to like, subscribe, and welcome to the channel if you're new. But other than that, I'll see you all in my next video. Good night.